Mike?
I'm dark.
No, you.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy E2 Blue, and this is our post-game talk by the fireside with my boy Mark Holmes and DMV Dallas Cowboys. What's going on, y'all?
Turn it up.
So somebody was complaining the last live stream I did out here. The flame was too high, but they complained after the stream. Like I had already got home, and they were sending the mess. I was like, well, I'm not there anymore. turn it down. So,
well, you know. This ain't my streamer, but I'm gonna try.
What's going on, Corey? You ready?
I'm just gonna ask.
What's going on, Raymond? Can you guys hear us?
Hopefully they hear us.
Do we need the mic?
Where's Nate? We should be okay.
Where is Nate Clever?
Turn that down. That shit is like hitting me in the face.
In the face.
In the face. The flame hit me in the face.
Now remember, we are outdoors too.
Appreciate it, Corey. All right, yeah, we're good. We're good to go. He said we're good. What's going on, Brian SoCal? My man Raymond, what it do?
Shoot. You know, I'm just curious because we had a lot of fans after week 8 that said that they were done. They weren't watching.
What's going on with James Bryant?
The Jerry Jones and Jason Garrett and everything else. I wonder what they do now. Are they back? Watching? Yeah. And what's the takeaway? So,
what's going on, Victor? My man Sandman. Would we rather play Philly or the Bears? Well, we're not.
We wouldn't be playing either.
We're not going to play either one of those. That would be the championship round. So next week we have the choice of either the Saints or the Rams. Right. If Philly wins next week, then we play the Rams.
You mean tomorrow?
Tomorrow, yeah. If Philly wins tomorrow, we play the Rams. If they lose, we play the Saints. Lord Jesus. I mean, either way. It's double trouble. So I mean, because you got your pick between Aaron Donald and Ndamukong Suh and Michael Brockers, or do you want to go against Drew Brees and Alvin Kamara and their defense that they have over there? Victor said victory cigars. Nah, not today.
Nah, my wife was like, "You stink," but no, I ain't kept that many Cubans. We're gonna have to save those till like champion or going to the Super Bowl or something.
Brian said, "Bring it to Cali." You know what? And Brian, I told you before, bro. I ain't never been to Cali like that.
I got some of the pillows from out
That's
there,
one.
That's sitting on this shit. This shit would have been soft and warm.
We don't deserve it yet. We ain't won nothing.
Right.
All we won is a wild card game.
Good luck.
Where is Michael?
How many?
I'll let Mark answer that.
How many playoff games
exactly
in his career?
2. We're not even gonna discuss that.
Been, right?
40 going west. We're just gonna leave that one.
Just want to make sure that.
He doesn't want to be involved with us right now.
500 playoff games, right? 1-1.
That Rams did and all that. I hear you, Raymond. But you look at I'm talking about their front line. Aaron Donald, that boy is. What you think about Rams D? Somebody said that their defense is not all that.
I think
they're not. They have a great front.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about primarily the front.
The one thing about them that I really wouldn't want to see as much is they have Wade Phillips, and during the playoffs, Wade Phillips put together some really good defenses. They have the tools, they just haven't put it together. Yeah, I think that they've started playing a little bit better since the game started slowing down. But when the Rams score a lot of points, their defense is on the field a lot. So,
shit, that's with any team. You put any team's defense out there for a long time, they're gonna falter. And you look at how our D was. You saw Tyrone Crawford out there breathing heavy and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But the biggest thing, right? Okay, so Sam says they busted coverage at the end. Really could cost us. I look at it like this: we got out with a win. Yeah, Victor. I was just getting ready to say that. Prayers up for Alan Hurns, you guys. Mm-hmm. That injury was gruesome. I saw the replay on Twitter. It makes my whole body just.
And I just heard word that he is in surgery. So
they got you don't wait till long because that's you're talking about
infection.
You're talking about arteries and everything else that probably severing things in there, a lot of legal stuff. That'll be a mess,
Dak Prescott grew up so much tonight.
I think it started last week, in my opinion. I think it started last week. As far as growing, like he was already growing, but growing into a playoff style quarterback. I think it started last week.
I think that yes, and I mentioned that on your live stream when I was talking about that Giants game was big. I mean, when Dak came out there in that post game press conference and basically said, "I planned on playing the whole game. I am the leader of this team. I'm going to do what I need to do to get this win, and we need this going forward. There's no break time. Playoffs, the season, not season on line, but your post game, your post playoff hopes is on the line right now. And beating Seattle Seahawks, that was the first step to it. It only gets harder from here." What happened to Byron at the end? He just got beat. I mean, that was a good.
They get paid too.
Yeah, they get paid too. That was a good play by their receiver. He did a damn thing. Hey DMV, you too. Y'all please be safe going home. Yeah, we definitely will, bro. I got the longest trip though, because I'm in Maryland.
Yeah, mine ain't nothing but 15 minutes up the road.
What if we had Earl Thomas? Can we stop that Earl Thomas?
I don't think we need Earl Thomas.
We don't. It's, as you can see, Seattle didn't need him either.
This is the battle of Earl. The battle of Matt Earl Thomas.
I'll beg you for that. Because I think Earl Thomas.
Yeah, Noah Brown should have caught that pass.
He was the difference maker for that game in Seattle.
Well,
those 2 interceptions were the key for them.
Yeah, it was. That Noah Brown, somebody said slumber party at Mark's. I don't know how I feel about that. Nah, bro, we cool, but we ain't that cool.
Go home and lay next to my wife.
Get something. Mark ain't soft enough for me. He too much hair.
I got other bedrooms in the house, dude.
It's a joke, man. I'm just going with you gotta keep the joke going, bro. But anyway, where's Joe Boo? He's in the house celebrating.
Joe Boo drunk.
He's taking he took his shot and he's laid out right now, y'all. So we rooting for the Eagles tomorrow. Looks like it, unfortunately. Because like I said, if you want to play against the Rams, then you want the Eagles to win tomorrow. If you're a person that want the Saints, you want to go against the Saints again, because we got to travel to them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you don't want to play in Mercedes-Benz Dome. You don't want to go there. Injuries. Look at what happened when what's the boy that we had?
Hey, Virginia Finest. What's up, dude?
I may have lost a lot of weight. I saw you sent me some pictures too.
Virginia Finest still come on my shirt. Did I do something wrong, man? What happened? What's up with that?
Victor said, "Why are you so salty?" We won.
Why Mark's so salty? Victor, no, I'm not salty at all. I was actually trying to upload this video from the end of the game, and I've got this cold. I've got a really bad sore throat. I woke up at 3 o'clock this morning with my sinuses so bad that I was basically throwing it up.
Everybody has had that.
Oh my God, it was killing me. And then I was just sitting in the bathroom, and I'm reading text messages, and I got, "What about Bob Billy's mama?" Who was basically, going off on John Elway, and I couldn't sleep. So I've been up since 3 a.m. So we're going on 22 hours of being awake and the highs and lows of the game and getting ready for it. So I think I've just finally come out. You guys weren't here when I was like floating like a butterfly, stinging like a bee. I was up there dancing and jumping. I mean, I was hyped, and now it's kind of like when I come out here, this is kind of like my cool down. I think my body is like mesmerized by the fire, and it's just kind of like the way I end my day. Yeah, I do that fireside chat.
I mean, this is definitely a good time to just unwind, and just especially after a win like that.
Yeah, but I'm proud of
Hey, Mark, what's up with Katie? You got to understand, over in her country right now, they're 5 hours ahead of us. So it was like 2 o'clock in the morning by the time the game started. Yeah, so she was 38. It's 5 in the morning over there. So she sleeps. So
it's prime time.
She's at prime
anyway, time. It was prime time.
But if you want to check, she's actually still live streaming right now.
Really?
Yeah, really? That's it right here.
What she got on?
How many
people?
Can't see it. How many people are actually watching that?
5 people right now.
I'm about to say that's crazy.
But there were like 20, 30 people there for a while. But then
E2, what's up with I hope Sulafilo is ready for next week. Sulafilo, and I said this in my last video when I did my matchups. I said that what I think they need to do going forward, especially if we're going to go forward in these playoffs, we need to use these guys interchangeably. And what I mean by that is you look at the Seattle Seahawks line. They're a smaller, more athletic line. That's why Connor Williams had a good game, because he is a more athletic and he's good with pulling on the line. Sulo-Filo is a power guy. So whenever you're going against teams like the Rams, if we play the Rams, you want Sulo-Filo in there because that guy is a power guy and he can hold off blocks.
Right.
Connor is more athletic. So when the line is moving and getting second level blocks, that's where you need Connor Williams. So like I look at it like this. If I were a coach, that's how I would do it. And I know that Mark Colombo is smart enough to know that. If I know that and I don't play offensive line, I'm pretty sure he figured that out.
You know, I'm going to tell you, this was actually kind of cool this morning. And I was wondering if this might actually be a sign. This morning I was going out, running some errands and stuff, picking up chicken wings and things. And there was a telephone pole that was arcing.
Oh, my God.
Over by Springfield Mall. So it was this blue. It was
glow.
Like, yeah, we're driving down the highway.
That would kill you if you touched that line.
Oh, well, no, you weren't even close to it. But we're driving I'm driving, I'm like, that thing's arcing like crazy.
Did somebody get to it?
This big blue light and stuff. So we pulled over on the parkway, and I said, call 911.
Yes, like that.
So we called them. They said, yeah, they're actually on the way to be dispatched. But I'm sitting there because there's a fire station that's literally across the street from it. But there's a fire truck coming from all this other way. I'm like, why did the dudes right next door?
Because sometimes when they get called, if a truck is already out, say if they were coming from another call, they're already inbound. That's how that works.
But I said, is this a sign for the Cowboys? Because it was this
seaweed kid went in our nightclub. The D line bouncers kicked him out of town. I know that's right, Steve. Mother Nature doing some welding.
Well, yeah, okay.
Oh, are you actually putting that in the picture of that?
Oh no, I uploaded this morning. I said, is this a sign for the Cowboys? Sign for the Dallas Cowboys, electrical fire to start the game day.
That's a hell of a title. I like it. So as far as Sulo-Filo, to answer your question about him, he should be healthy enough to play next week, but it really depends on who we're playing. That I think that they need, but I'm pretty sure that they'll start him regardless. What you think? If Sulo-Filo is ready.
I don't know. We've had so many changes up. The offensive line, Connor Williams originally was the starter on the offensive line. This was actually the starting offensive line for the beginning of the season.
Oh, Virginia finally said he was just working.
Just working? Yeah, because I thought he didn't love me no more, man.
No. He's nothing personal.
I've seen Joseph Hartley's been back on the channel and stuff, and glad to see him back as well.
Sandman just came back too because he was MIA for a minute.
Something happened with some of these trolls in there. He got into it. He sent me an email, like, I thought
he had to take a hiatus.
Yeah.
I understand. I haven't seen Tamara Parker in a while. I know she's on your channel, but I haven't seen her on mine. Mm-hmm. She was one of my day ones, like when I first started my channel.
Well, sometimes life gets in the way too. Things go on and stuff. But,
keep in mind, everybody wants a piece of this run, man, because this is a different team. People see something different. That's why a lot of people are coming back, and they see what we see.
Yeah. DT, Dak keeps improving, and we've said this many times before that like you only get better the more you do things. It's just like with anything. When you have a regular job, you can't get better at something if you don't do it. If you don't work out, you're not going to lose weight. If you don't eat right, you're not going to lose weight. Every action is a positive or negative reaction. So if you're doing something, you have able to get to a solution. You have to find a problem and get that problem. And that problem is Dak working on his mechanics and playing every day. And as he goes on in his career and he sees all these defenses, he's going to get to a point where he's going to, hey, I know what to do when I see a defense doing this formation and things of that nature. It's all about reading defenses, and it takes young quarterbacks a while to do that because you got to understand that, like, at the college level, and as a coach yourself, like, when you're playing from a collegiate level coming to the NFL, it's a whole different ballgame.
Absolutely.
And a lot of schools are not college or pro ready, so they're doing things like Oklahoma. Mm-hmm. Perfect example. They run a scheme where they don't do a lot of they only have like Oklahoma State. They only have like their receivers only have like 2 or 3 routes that they run.
Yeah.
And everything else is just like toss ups. Mm-hmm. Like we'll throw some wrinkles in here and there, but that's why Dez Bryant wasn't a sharp route runner coming out of college because they didn't run out of play. They get a lot of receivers that are just raw and just athletic as hell, and they use that to their advantage.
Right.
And that's how they win. But that doesn't work in the NFL. Mark, have a sit down and discuss it. We still fan. That's what Sam Man said.
Okay. Yeah, I sent him a text back, man. I said, "You my dog. I'll go to war with him before I go to war with anybody else, man."
Why did
with him, not at him.
Why did the defense allow the Seahawks to score towards the end? Good grief, I'm over that. I'm over that nonsense. Well, you got to look at that when we missed that. When we missed that, was it a 62-yarder or was it a 57-yarder? And that was the play that they scored that touchdown on, right?
No, they got a field goal. They got a field goal off of it.
What was the play that they had?
Did they score a field goal off of it?
Oh, it's a field goal off of it.
No, it was what play was that when they scored and they had half the field or something like that? Like they had great field position. I thought that was when we missed that kick. When they scored that touchdown.
It could be. I don't know.
But either way,
on that, I'll be honest. I'm in a daze right now. I'm just in a time. No. I mean, just so much has happened. I mean, the fact that we started out a year ago. Just think about this. Last year at this time, we were watching the Philadelphia Eagles going to the Super Bowl. We had Tyron Smith, shut down early in the season. We end up, having Dak Prescott regressed and everything else. We've gone through a hell of a lot in the last year. We went through free agency
appreciate it, Marlene.
Where teams were signing people left and right. And Jerry Jones and those guys are in North Carolina on vacation. And, everybody's got a nice shiny new toy. And here the Cowboys are, little Mary sisters of the poor. And we're signing, just a bunch of guys.
Deontay Thompson.
Right.
What, does he even play for anybody?
No. They might have to bring him back.
Bryce Butler.
They might have to bring him back.
But, then we went through the whole Dez Bryant situation. I mean, it's been a lot. And here it is. We finally get a playoff win again. So now the question is, does the narrative change?
I can't believe no one reported on Hurns. Well, Hurns is in the hospital. He's actually getting surgery right now as we speak on that broken ankle. So they're not going to really talk about it until tomorrow or anything. But I'm pretty sure some of the players, especially I know all the receivers, are going to the hospital and being there with him. They're probably going to stay there all night, I'll be honest with you. But like he's in surgery right now as we speak. So everybody just pray for Allen Hurns for a safe recovery. Hopefully we can see him next training camp. Because I look at it like this. That's probably when the next time we're going to see him.
Well, here's the positive, what can be positive, okay? Like I was telling you when I was talking to Mark Peters, if there's any good news, like Alex Smith's tear was actually what they call a spiral fracture, which means that the bone split, not just straight across, it split going up. Now, the difference is on that one, it looked like literally his ankle just snapped, but that's a clean break. So they can basically take it and put it back. They end up putting a rod into it in the pins and hold it in place, and that's a bone that will heal. Right. And sometimes will heal. The heel will join better than the original bone will.
Right.
So that's not necessarily career ending unless you get infection or things like that. As long as you don't have severed arteries and things like that. So we'll wait and see till you get the prognosis on that because you don't know just yet. It could be a clean break that heals.
And yes, that win was for Allen Hurns. And those of you that say that his career is over, I wouldn't necessarily say that because look at Jalen Smith. Look at Jalen Smith. He tore his ACL and his MCL and had nerve damage.
That wasn't the problem. The problem was the nerve damage where he had the drop foot.
Right.
So it's kind of like being a gay man where it's and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but literally that's what drop foot would be.
Yeah.
And so that
the nerve that holds
what he had to do with literally last year, your foot drags. So he wore this brace that was basically like a spring that would pull it back. So when you're trying to drive, like I was telling you about turf toe.
Yeah.
One of the toughest things to get is a turf toe where you basically slam your toe into the turf. And it doesn't, it's like, oh, you hurt your toe? Yeah. But you have to push off with your toe.
People don't understand how your toes matter. Look at your fingers.
But see, the thing is you have to be able to react and be able to push and plant. And you can see that teams knew that Jalen Smith could not backpedal. He could not plant drop the anchor and go in another
and
direction.
Cut, yeah.
If you said go straight ahead, he could go straight ahead.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, at linebacker, you got to move back and forth and everything else. And that's where we were talking about. I've said this before. You actually brought up why our linebackers are so good. It's because of also that defensive line.
Antoine Woods, good pickup.
Oh, my
God.
Good
pickup.
Now, Collins got a little nicked up in there. We don't know how severe that is.
He'll be fine.
But hopefully he'll be okay. He's had
Malik's had
the foot issues.
Yeah.
He's had 3 foot operations and stuff. So you have to worry about that one. But if you look at
offensive line did play well.
If you look at, say, the New York Giants when they won the 2 Super Bowls, their defensive pass rush was incredible.
Yeah.
But name me one of the quarterbacks and say that was a great quarterback that they had. I mean, they had Jason Sehorn, for Christ's sake.
I remember Jason Sehorn.
Okay, that's a crazy thing.
I remember Sehorn.
I used to play with the cornerback that won the Super Bowl ring with them, and I can personally tell he jumped from practice squad to practice squad. Really good guy, but I can personally tell you.
Cal Lowry, you can forget about David Irving, man. I don't think he's ever coming back.
Really
he doesn't want to play football. Like his heart is not into it.
But you're absolutely right. They lost a lot of corners. That's why he got called up from the practice squad.
Mm-hmm.
That Giant team.
Yes, man. I think he's done.
But see, that's the thing, though. If you have and that's where I've always pounded on that we need to get that big gorilla in the middle, that pass rusher stuff, because if you can put pressure on the quarterback, it keeps those linebackers clean.
It means that those position in the middle of that field.
He's a beast.
A beast. Like look at it day and night. Look at what we had when we didn't have him. I mean, we were trying to get Nick Hayden back.
Yeah. But and that's the difference in this team is that pass rush.
I like Brian Price too.
And see, here's where it's going to hurt if we lose Chris Richard. Rod Martinelli has always been fantastic with the defensive line.
He's just old.
Okay, he's old, but no. I think him actually being the defensive coordinator, he couldn't focus on that defensive line like he did. But this year he really did. But Chris Richard took care of everything else in the other end, and that's why
he was calling plays.
That's right. And Chris Richard now supposedly he's supposed to be doing some interviews. Now I heard that I think Tampa Bay has already decided on somebody. I thought I heard they were close to deciding on somebody.
Check this out, guys. You know who else is up for some interviews?
You talking about Tampa Bay signing somebody else?
Matt Eberflus.
Is it?
He's going to leave the Colts already?
He's up for some interviews. He's a top candidate.
Oh, for a head coach. Wait, hey, whatever. As long as they don't get Chris Richard, that's all I'm saying. Oh, somebody said Maher or Miss Her. I love that one. Corey, that was hilarious. I love that. Miss Her.
Yeah.
Shout out to Corey for that one. Yo, that was creative. I like that.
Yes, sir.
Randy Gregory did not get a major flag. Winning. Raymond.
Hey, look, I'm just gonna say this now, guys. You gotta sign him. We sign him.
Who?
Randy Gregory.
Oh.
Yeah, but they don't.
I mean, you can get him at a cheaper rate.
You can get him at a cheaper rate.
But actually, I don't think you have to. I think he got one more year on his rookie contract.
Really?
Because he was suspended for that year. That year didn't count.
Okay. What year did he get? He got drafted the same
year. NFL rule, all teams
interview.
Right, but you got another
year with him.
Yeah. NFL rule, all teams.
So you got him dirt cheap.
Interview a minority, but he is a year away.
What?
NFL rule that they have to interview a minority. So is that a quota or something that's in the league in the clause? That's crazy. Should we sign Dez Bryant now? Why? He still plays for the Saints.
He's under contract for the Saints.
Oh, he tore his freaking Achilles. How we gonna sign Dez Bryant?
What he meant by that was sign him for future. But I'm like, he's still with the Saints. If he didn't hurt himself, he would actually be playing right now. I mean,
he's still tore his Achilles.
He's a Saint. He's on their roster, so
But you got guys like Deontay Thompson.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah, how about them Cowboys?
Bryce Butler that you can bring back.
Right. Well,
I love right now. I love what we have with Amari Cooper. I love the fact that his mindset. He's not a diva. He's a guy that he shuts up and plays. He doesn't really like the cameras like that. He's an introverted guy. Like he's not a big rah-rah guy. It's hard to find a receiver like that just goes to work every day and doesn't cause a ruckus. Now, don't get me wrong. I love Dez Bryant to death. I love him as a person. I wish him well in all of his future endeavors, whatever he plans to do. I know that he still has love for this Dallas Cowboy team. He loves Jerry Jones, just like all the other players that play for Jerry. He's like their unofficial dad. You know what I mean? Like Jalen Smith said it himself, the best owner in the world. Like these players love Jerry Jones, and you can say what you want about Jerry, but these players love him. King Cooper. Who would you bring to fill in the spot due to Allen Hurns' injury? I don't think we necessarily need anybody. We had enough receivers on the roster. If anything, they can move Lance Lenore if they want to.
Yeah, they can do that.
If they want to.
Noah Brown did not have a good game.
He did not. Noah Brown got to catch that ball. You are a big body. I know that he can catch the ball.
He fell down earlier in the game too.
Yeah,
like he didn't have a good showing today.
Hope Beasley is good for the next game. We need the safety net to make plays. I'm pretty sure they're going to probably shelf Cole Beasley for a week, play him limited. He's going to do a lot of rehab, and I'm pretty sure he'll be ready for next week. We had a Saturday game, so they got an extra day to get things together.
Maybe. Depends on what day they schedule. We could have a Saturday game again.
Noah is really concerning me. He just, again, it's a confidence thing, I think. Look at Blake Jarwin. Jarwin came in there, and Jarwin basically was dropping balls and this and that. Once he had that 3-touchdown game, it's like all of a sudden his confidence came back. And again, with experience, with playing, players gain their confidence. So I don't know. Like I said, I can't really gauge a real understanding of Noah Brown right now because I don't have a big enough resume to look at to judge him yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wish they would give Blake Jarwin the ball more. Yeah, after that 3-touchdown game, you're pretty sure they locked him up. So they were checking him. Like
Which
he was
is a good thing because
it's a good thing.
Because what does that mean? If he doesn't
Zeke is running the ball?
Exactly.
Should we keep starting Connor? We should. I thought I already said that. You probably weren't in the chat, but it's okay. I think that they're gonna probably bring back Sulo-Filo next week because if we play the Rams next week, the way their defense is, Sulo-Filo is a power guy, so he's better to play that position when they're playing power defenses. If we play a defense that's athletic, then you want that's like a smaller but an athletic type defense, like when we play today with the Seahawks, you want Connor Williams. So I think Connor Williams right now should play that swing until next season when he bulks up and gets to his full potential because he's not there yet. Rico still doesn't touch the ball, I know, and because the team doesn't trust him, and I think that's sad. Y'all see the punters for Seattle missed that field during halftime? Yeah, we saw that. It was hilarious. And the Janikowski. Y'all can't tell me Janikowski don't look like Shrek, y'all. His ears. It's the ears and that perfectly round head, y'all. Oh my God, that's the biggest kicker I've ever seen in my life. I don't remember Janikowski being that big before.
I do. He's always been big.
He's always been big.
Yeah, I thought he was fat.
He reminds me of the kicker from Any Given Sunday. Ole, 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 ole. Oh, is that the replacement? The replacement, yeah. I get those movies confused because I have both of them on DVD and I binge watch. Do you think Chris Richard is going to leave next season, or would the Cowboys make him a coach or head coach? This is what I think about Chris Richard, and this is what I would do. If you want to keep Chris Richard on this team, you're not ready to make him a head coach because he's not taking Jason Garrett's job right now. If Rod Marinelli does, in fact, retire, which I think he will after the season, then they can put Chris Richard in that position and throw some money in his face, give him a bonus, and just use that to get him to play and be like, look, now you have full range of your defensive guy. These are your guys. If you want to stay, that's what I would do. You know, you got to give a coordinator or guy like that that's good for your team. Mm-hmm. You want to reward him by telling him, look, we want you here. You are great for our team. You have made strides. You have made a difference for this team, and we want you here. So here's a bonus, and here's a defensive coordinator job. That's what I think that he needs to get right now. And then future, if Garrett starts working up later, then he can slide into that offensive side. But right now, I want him to be my defensive coordinator. That's what E2 wants. Dak played great. Somebody said Mark Holmes sucks.
Thank you. Keep consistent there. I love it.
It's sleepy as hell. Like when it's cold, I sleep well.
I love
and I'm gonna sleep well because we won tonight.
Christian Sharp reserved Park and won't cut it, bump him, and fatten that wall.
No, absolutely. You know what? I was thinking about this. I was gonna save it for a video, but I say it right now. I think that the Cowboys should do something a little bit aggressive with Christian Sharp. Hell, if you got to pay him more than you pay your head coach, you pay him. You know why? Because he's worth it. Because what he can do is he can take guys that are off the street, that are lanky, that are a certain build, and he can create exactly. He can turn them into a shutdown type of defense. Guys like Browner, guys like Lane. Richard Sherman was a what round pick was he from Stanford? I think was he a 6th round pick? It was something like that. So that right there is more valuable than anything, but it doesn't count against your salary cap.
Yeah.
A guy that can take cheaper guys,
and I think he likes me.
Exactly.
I really do.
That's valuable. I mean, if you gotta find a way to pay him head coach money, pay him head coach money. That's chump change to you anyway. You're good at it.
Well, I think it was Jason Garrett.
Exactly. So you Jason Garrett.
Yeah, Raymond. He said, yeah, it's a replacement. I made a mistake. I got him confused.
There's TGK TV. What's up? TG said TGK said, "What's up?" Okay.
What was I about to say? Oh, yeah. So if both say if like since Hurns is out and if something happens to Cole Beasley, they have an option to bring Lance Sonora up. They can also go back and get Deontay Thompson. I don't know if he's with another team.
Neither, but I mean, he's somebody who's familiar with the offense.
So
yeah,
if he's not.
But see, I think that's what they would do in playoff situation because again, he's been on the team for most of the year, so they can't bring anybody else from IR because they used all of their IR spots. So everybody that's on IR right now has to stay there. So we're probably never going to see T. Will in the Cowboys uniform again. I don't know how I feel about that.
You know, the Cowboys really like him.
They do.
And that's one, and they know he has a taste for expensive cars and stuff, and I don't think he's been good with his money and stuff.
I do too.
And I think they put him on injured reserve because they did. One, they knew we're not saving any money by cutting him, so we'll hold on to him for the end of the year, get full salary and everything else, and hopefully get him some rehab, try to make it run with somebody else. So I think they actually.
You said Deontay Thompson was picked up by another team. Okay.
Yeah, there goes that.
And Cedric Wilson, we can't. Like I said, we can't bring anybody else up from IR. So everybody, all the receivers that's on IR, Cedric and T. Will, we can't do anything with them. They have to stay there.
Well, here's a
skill.
Here's a thought. Maybe we don't bring any more wide receivers on.
You don't have to.
Yeah, use more of the tight ends because we used a lot of 13 personnel today.
Use Rico for once. How about that?
How about that?
How about that? How about that?
No, but here's the amazing thing though about Rico is they use Rico actually a lot. Just block. Okay, they don't ever.
But they told you he couldn't block.
Right. So, but you can see him running pass routes and being great at that. Yeah. But well, he's a liability. He's going to get somebody killed, as Brian Bode said in there. But he's blocking more times than not. Okay.
Well, look at it like this. Now that Hurns is gone, Noah Brown has to step up. He has to play better. I love what Michael Gallup is turning into. He's getting that rapport with Dak Prescott, and he's as a rookie, like you see the confidence level in him. He's out there when he makes a play. He's getting it. Like he's fired up. You know what I mean? Like when you get comfortable with a team, that's when you start doing things like that. But we have a good core base on offense right now. We just have to learn how to use these guys.
It's just all the people out there hate the Cowboys, talk about stuff. I understand. We're one of the youngest team in the NFL.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
You're talking about Jalen Smith and Damian Harris only have 3 years experience between them. And they're the best linebacking core arguably in the NFL right now. Think about that.
Yeah, I answered that, Raymond. They can't bring T. Will back because he's on IR. He's done. He can't come back.
Look how young he is. Malik Collins. I mean, Tyron Crawford is one of the
whole line is young.
That's what I'm saying.
The whole line is young.
And
Tyron Smith.
Somebody said bring Odell Beckham.
Tyron Smith is our oldest lineman.
Or Brown. I don't want Antonio Brown. I don't want I don't want no divas. Because if that's the case, you should have kept this.
Who wins with the diva wide receivers? What? Tell me one that
Nobody.
That's what I'm saying.
As a matter of fact, if I'm Pittsburgh,
I'm happy with it.
get your ass up out of here. We got Juju and James Washington. We drafted him.
Yo,
You're expendable now.
Juju.
Oh, okay. Denver, you want to trade Von Miller?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, look, we got
Look, the
good.
Broncos need a wide receiver. They might as well go ahead and trade him to
Pittsburgh.
trade him to the Broncos.
And look, then the Steelers will go back to what they were, which is punching them out football.
Yeah.
Christoph says T. Will has to be cut. I wouldn't say that. T. Will has done a lot. I wish we had him now, because when I tell you that like he's one of the receivers that he's the best at that. When it comes to downfield blocking and stuff like that, look at those runs. Zeke's rookie year, when he hit that second gear, that Pittsburgh game, perfect example. Those two like long touchdowns. T. Will was on all of that. He was there blocking those guys in that backfield, helping him get Mark Holmes.
I'm back. Mark Holmes sucked.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Okay, just do me a favor. Why do I suck? Just tell me why I suck. I'd like to actually know that answer.
I want to know why they say that. I'm still trying to get that question.
Well, no, but seriously,
it's the same thing.
I have people that go out of their way to immediately dislike, the videos like My Mama's Pie.
Michael doesn't want to be here with us right now, so he's in his room. Go ahead.
There he is right there.
Oh, there he is.
Come on now, join us, man. People ask where you are.
Hey, if too bad we can't go to Los Angeles.
Well, what's going on in Los Angeles? Oh, you talking about?
Because if we play the Rams, Samuel has 2 tickets.
Are you serious? Are you watching his stream right now?
No, I saw the end of his stream. He has 2 tickets. He can't go because him and his wife are going to the John Legend's house party.
Well, we still visit Kayla.
Yeah. He's like, well, I'm going to do the 2 tickets because he wanted the John Legend's house party on Saturday.
Somebody said Michael is like Skip Bayless.
Oh man,
you gonna let him call you Skip? Come on, Skip.
This is only thing Mark Holmes sucks is a giant victory cigar we eat to our friends. What? I'm not understanding some of these comments.
I got it, but yeah, it was just kind of suspect.
Yeah.
That 10-year-old.
Lenahan's sandwich is more bland than saltine crackers. I hear you, Stevie, man.
He'd say 2 pieces of bread and put crackers in.
That's actually funny. That's hilarious. Just imagine eating. You go in the break room at work. What you eat there, buddy?
A cracker sandwich.
Got 2 saltine crackers in here. Got some crackers. You want some crackers? Extra saltine. Is it Ritz? No, it's the Giant brand. God,
oh my God, the Giant brand is horrible.
It's horrible. Horrible, yo.
Oh,
great
Lord.
Game. Yes, Scott. Great game. We will be rooting for the Eagles.
Tomorrow.
Rams will be. I hate saying that I'm going to root for the Eagles, but you're right.
You know what?
I hope they tie.
I don't care.
You know what's funny? We're sitting here wanting the Eagles, but watch they play like the Texans with the Colts and get their ass busted. And we're gonna be sitting here like, you had one job.
Screw it. I don't care who you have to play, because you're gonna have to play to win. Whether you have to play New Orleans now or you play them later.
You guys trust Maher?
In my opinion, I don't give a damn who we got, because at the end of the day, you got to beat everybody that's in front of you anyway.
You realize we're 8-1 over the last 9 games, right? Who's been hotter than we had done?
Nobody.
Not really. Nobody.
The other team that was hot, we just beat them today.
Marcus speaking facts. Yes, Kyle.
No, because when they were talking about on NFL Network or whatever it was that the Cowboys are the worst team in the playoffs, I'm like, how are we the worst team?
Yeah, I heard that. And I was like,
we beat the Eagles twice. How are we worse than them?
I don't know.
The Eagles twice will beat the Saints. They were like, well, it was at home, so it doesn't matter.
Right.
Don't give a damn. They were playing on the moon.
No matter.
You're still playing.
That's the thing that always kills me. No matter what we do, there's always an excuse why we did it, though it doesn't count.
Well, guess what?
What?
We beat somebody today, so how are we the worst?
Exactly.
And we saw the Texans get their ass handed to them by the Colts. So,
like Corey said, we ain't afraid of nobody.
No,
we're not afraid of
I
nobody.
honestly don't think that our team is.
But the one thing about our team that I love is they have the will to win. And a lot of times that will to win, they don't panic. And Dak don't panic. Dak has been in situations where the strongest people would be like, I don't know about that.
I'll tell you, look, I can't wait to buy that. My Power Forward shirts. Oh, that's going to be the shit.
Are we getting some of your shirts?
I'll tell you what, I'll give you, I'll order it.
Nowhere to it. So.
You want to know something crazy?
What's
So, I coach my son's basketball team.
Wait. Are you going to wear a Dak Prescott shirt?
No. Check this out.
Look, no.
So
we're all white. It's like he's at a white party.
So he just like they issued his number or whatever. Like all the kids got specific numbers based on
Cal.
Their shirt size. So he's number 4. Okay. So maybe that's a omen.
There you go.
I tell you why Mark Holmes sucks. He was a bully in school. All right, I'm just gonna eliminate that.
I was a bully.
Raymond said this: I trust Dak more than I trusted Romo.
Oh my God, yes.
I agree with that.
He may not. Okay, he may not throw the 500-yard game and everything else, but you know he's not going to throw.
Good morning, guys. Good morning, Timothy.
I absolutely agree with that. And the thing is that like I would never say that. Like I won't say that Dak is better than Romo. He's not a better quarterback, but I trust him more than I trust Romo. And
wait. We're talking about 15 games or fourth quarter. I don't know if that's game many because he took the lead in the fourth quarter. Then we got another score. So I don't know if that counts as not. Does that?
I mean, either way, like I just trust him more. Like you remember when we were down, we were down 6-3, and I told you we were gonna score a touchdown. Mm-hmm. Like I just knew we were gonna score a touchdown. I knew we were gonna score a touchdown. Like I just know him at this point to what he's gonna do.
Yeah.
And he didn't turn the ball over today.
Well, he'll get you heard.
Oh, he did, but he did.
But that was those under 6 hands.
Katie calls Mark.
Man, would y'all stop?
Oh my God, Victor's on fire tonight, man. He's shooting threes from half court.
But you know, but I tell you what's funny is watching all these thirsty motherfuckers that are over there on the channel paying that through. They all busted on me and stuff.
Like, are you waiting for her to like wake up into something? She's got the lights off. She's not showing you anything. Right?
Oh, I know.
She probably got on granny.
No,
that would suck.
But I'm actually trying to help her get to her 4,000 hours.
Oh, seriously.
Because that's watch hours.
You gonna help me get to 4,000 hours?
I did.
You did. Hey.
Enough?
No. It wasn't that. It was just the fact that you said it to me. Like that was so disrespectful. It's supposed to be your son.
So disrespectful. So shut up, boy.
God damn it! Hit me in the back of the head.
Can't get the 4,000.
Cowboys need to play more aggressive in the first half. Yeah, and I've said this in the channel before. Like when we come out there, you have to go out there and bust them in the mouth. If they win the coin toss and they defer to us, you have to go out there on that first drive. You got to get a touchdown or a field goal. We did get a field goal on that first drive, but you got to get some points on the board because whenever you get a team down or you get them on a 3-and-out, you have to take full advantage of it. And you have to, when you get into that red zone, there's no excuse. You got to come away with something. Field goal, something. Give me something.
Well, you know, I tell you what I'm gonna give you. No, you know what? One of the best things you saw today was the offensive line. Did we get up a sack? One sack. That offensive line played really well. Seattle, you know, Frank Clark ain't no joke.
That's who got the sack.
Right, but you only held them to one sack.
You're right, Sam. He was a clean pocket most of the game.
Dak had some time to go.
Victor said Mark's a pimp.
Who said that?
Victor. No, he's El Toro tonight.
I'm gonna be Clint Eastwood tomorrow morning.
Yeah. Oh, you gonna put the sombrero on?
Yeah.
Oh, you need to shut the
up.
My quarterback.
My grandparents are Rams fan. I'm a Dallas fan. So yes, it would, Jonathan.
Yeah.
Somebody said, Mark, get the ladies.
I get the what?
The ladies.
You know why? Because they know he's old. He's harmless.
He's huge.
He's safe.
Did you see Clark twist Zeke's ankle after the play? Man, look, Frank Clark, that dude, that is the best thing they got on defense.
Was Michael Anthony Fitness having a do-rag?
You about to get the waves, son?
I think he's got anger issues.
You training them waves, son?
Doing waves.
That's what's up. I think I'm gonna cut my locks off. I'm gonna go back to when I had my short hair.
I'm going for the wolf look. You know, I'm letting it grow.
Apparently, I'm going for the Zeke look.
Zeke, that stuff's getting
Yes,
ridiculous.
James, we did it, man. We did it. I kind of want to see them beat the Saints again, though. But the problem is I don't want to play the Saints in their stadium. Their stadium is cursing.
The last time we played them,
We've been there.
The last time we was
the last time we played them, my dad and I went to go see the game, and we got embarrassed.
Was it at the game?
Yeah, I think Charlie got hurt in that game too.
Wasn't that
So wouldn't that be good for what you've been talking?
we lost last time my dad and I went.
Wasn't
to
it the game that Lance Dunbar tore his knee up?
I think so.
Oh, when he caught that kickoff.
I thought the last time we played the Bears.
Yeah, because we played them
overtime
on the field too,
and
and watched them warm up.
Caught that damn overtime
Man,
pass.
And Sean Lee was doing some extra stretching.
Somebody said, "Can we get Saquon Barkley?" What?
Saquon Barkley is paid.
We did get him last week when we beat him.
Next question. Next question. Let's call Dez now. Why?
Called Dez and said, you know,
to do what?
Thank you for your services.
What is Dez gonna do? Stay on the sideline like, go team, go.
He's a New Orleans Saint.
He's a Saint.
He's at least gonna play one more year.
He's right.
At least one more year.
The Saints have a clause, injury clause in his contract that when he gets healthy again, he's gonna play with them next season.
At least one more year.
And he already got another Beyonce concert coming next year at AT&T Stadium.
But you know, he still lives in Dallas. He still lives in Dallas. His house is still there. Yeah, DeSoto. Yeah, so he, you know. Can Jarwin be the next Witten? It's too early to say that right now.
That was one game.
Yeah, just let Darwin. Let Jarwin play, and again, those are some big shoes to fill from Witten. And him and Witten are two different type of players. Jarwin's much faster than Witten is. Witten is that guy that's the safety blanket. He's that guy that knows routes better than anybody else. He don't need to be fast to win. He can go out there and beat a guy straight up. What?
No,
Get your body toasted.
Yo, it's cold out here, yo. I ain't even gonna front.
Yeah. So tomorrow when I'm deadly ill with the CBGBs that I have, understand I gave it my all.
Bring Rico. I want Rico to do something. I want them to give him the opportunity. This is the playoffs. It's the playoffs.
Noah Brown, they threw the ball to him a couple times.
Why they ain't throw it to Rico?
We threw it to Alawalu 2 weeks ago.
Olawale?
Yeah, Alawale, yeah.
Aloysius.
Olawale. Ola? Say Ola?
I'm not going to say it.
Wale.
I'm an idiot.
Ola Wale. Ola
I can't get it either, man.
Ola Wale. Ola Wale. Ola Wale. Ola Wale. Ola Wale. Ola Wale. Hey. I'm surprised we got so many people in the chat tonight.
Because everybody's feeling good on Saturday night.
It's Saturday night. I keep thinking
you know, everybody on here is probably trash.
They're drunk. One dude came here and was like, I'm drunk, too.
Why you make the face?
I'm drunk, dog. Where's the newest Cowboy fan? Christy? Who's Christy?
Katie.
You mean Katie? Katie's asleep. It's 5 o'clock in the morning in England right now, y'all. She's asleep. Damn, y'all still up too? Hey, man, it's Saturday night. Turn up. So Sandman said, I stay drunk.
Now it smells like it's been iron.
Sandman said, I stay drunk.
Iron Man?
No,
Tracy gonna come back. Iron Man?
Look, Stevie Mack said, not as trash as Linehan's play calling. Oh, I like it though.
It's all good.
It's 12 in Dallas. Yeah, you guys are an hour behind us. DeMarcus Lawrence sends Brady into retirement. And the Super Bowl?
Does that mean we make it?
Obviously, that means we make it. Oh, what would this mean for Dallas to make it to this year's Super Bowl.
What would it mean for Joe responsible for being in the Super Bowl?
I'm
What would
going
it
too.
mean? What would
I'm
it mean
going.
for Tony Romo
I'm
calling
going.
the game for his predecessor making it there?
First of all, we all going.
Conspiracy theory right there.
We could mess around if they do Super Bowl. We mess around and get another RV and drive out there like the draft last year.
I'll be down there the Friday before. I'll be there for 10 days.
I don't know if I can take off that.
Ooh, strip clubs in Atlanta.
Oh, nail it! But it's KOD down there.
Okay.
They got Magic City. They got Onyx.
You would know them.
Yeah. Look,
He
I
said,
was blessed one time to go.
Pete
down
Carroll
there.
looks like he uses the N word.
Damn it, Carol.
He does.
Carol was hot.
So I went to Onyx.
Carroll
in Atlanta
got
for
cavities,
Julio
bro.
Jones'
All
draft
that
party.
gum he be chewing on so hard. I know he got jaw issues. I know his breath probably stink because he got like holes in his teeth.
For me, I actually love that because Carol talked all the trash about how AT&T, it's a nightclub atmosphere.
Is that what Carroll said?
Oh, he said, you don't really hear anything. Maybe it's the TV screen is, affecting the sound inside. But, he said, you got all those areas where you're like a rock star going down through. They can't even see the game.
That's good, James. Yeah, we meet us. Huh? No, I'm sorry. I was responding.
He was talking about Pete Carroll.
Oh, yeah.
Trash in the face.
And then Pete Carroll had some things to say in the post conference, the post game conference, saying like some of those calls, you wish the game didn't come down to that.
First of all,
PIs. They were pass interferences.
Those were legit PIs. What about the calls of Dallas Cowboys? What about the no calls and holding?
Yeah.
It was wrapped around my man neck. Who was that? Was it D-Law or was it Antoine Woods?
Probably both.
Bruh, his lips are so dry when he smiles. Less penalties tonight. But the problem is we still had those penalties. So it was
bad as fuck.
all right. I might have to end the stream because he's going to sleep.
Oh my God.
He's not. He can't. His old ass can't hang. But
I thought I was the old ass.
See, you're old, but you got some type of use syndrome because you move like you're like a teenager.
I have to do it. I can't. If I sit still, my shit just locks up. Seriously.
I can see you right now. He gonna call me. Hey, E2, can you come lift me off the couch? You gonna be over there laying a knot.
Oh, if I lay on the couch, I lay this way, then I gotta flip the reverse the other way to try and compensate.
Do you think they'll give the Cowboys credit tomorrow? I doubt it. Because this was gonna happen. Shannon Sharp was like, skill.
The officials gave them the damn game. You know that.
Right.
Dak Prescott, he threw an interception and stuff. They got lucky down the stretch. But it was the officials. Skill.
The kicker got hurt. So
Pete Carroll looks like Herman Monster.
Oh, Lord.
That's funny.
Pete Carroll bangs hood chicks.
Pete Carroll face is long.
His face is long.
Yo, he looked like remember the McDonald's toy with the moon face?
Yes. That was from 90. That was like from 94, dog. You remember that? I used to get that in my Happy Meal when I was a kid. I used to be like, what the fuck is that? I used to be like Conor McGregor, what the fuck is that?
The moon man.
Thanks for the super chat, Junebug. They will say Earl Thomas wasn't in the game. Yeah, they're gonna say that. And I'm tired of Earl Thomas talks. Like it is what it is. The Seahawks obviously didn't need him to get to the playoffs, and it is what it is. He tore that bridge with the Seattle Seahawks. I think that relationship is done and over with. I don't know what's going to happen with him in the offseason. Wherever he decides he wants to go, I don't know. But the Cowboys have bigger fish to fry right now. They have to worry about basically getting their guys locked up. You got to sign D-Law. You got to figure out what you're going to do with Ezekiel Elliott. There's some pieces on this team that we have to get taken care of this offseason. So we're going to have over $70 million after this offseason. So let's figure it out.
Maybe more than that, depending on who stays and who goes. If Sean Lee goes to retirement,
Pete Carroll's on his third set of teeth.
Chewing that damn gum.
You guys on fire tonight. I'm loving it. Imagine our defense if we signed one of those safeties to a 1-year deal too. Yeah, and see, and granted, Earl Thomas would be nice.
What language is that in?
I don't know. It looks like
Klingon.
might be Hebrew. I don't know. You gotta. Vosh just made $500 in super chats. That's what's up.
In one super chat or total super chat?
Awesome for Vosh. Shout out to Vosh Lombardi. Doski Woski, my bro.
Doski getting paid.
I'm a little fish in a pond right now. You know what I mean? Like I'm still kind of new to YouTube. I'll be coming on a year in February. So basically, this year's Super Bowl will be a year of me having my E2 Blue channel. So, you know, I'm probably going to do a big live stream for that. So who knows? Yeah. If we make it to the Super Bowl, though, I might be there. Juicy fruit, juicy fruit sales skyrocket. Pete Carroll and Dallas.
When he chew that gum, like
Raymond says,
he just stopped smoking cigarettes in his Nicorette gum.
It probably is. It's probably that nicotine gum. Raymond says Von Miller.
No, man, he's one of the guys.
What? I don't think so.
He's good. What do I know? I'm an old guy.
Neil says Dak just cemented his legacy as the GOAT.
I'm not going to go that far.
I'm not going to go that far.
If we win 3 more games, I might say, you know what, I'm better than Arnold.
Thanks for the super chat, Brian SoCal. Let's get this next win. P.S. Becca. LOL. I love you, Brian. You're awesome. I can only imagine the Cowboys Super Bowl live stream with you guys. Oh, let me tell you something. If we make it to the Super Bowl, live stream is gonna be off the chain. We might even, if we're there, we are gonna do a whole setup where we're just sitting there like we're ESPN. I might even bring a suit. I might even bring a vest and tie or something, and we're gonna do it professional stuff. Hey, Eric Freeman. Thank you, Eric Freeman, and I accept your apology. Thank you for the super chat.
No, you're still mad. You're still mad. No, I'm still mad, but I can be off for $50.
Wait, you just subscribed to my channel, bro? I thought you've been subscribed. Come on, man, you're late.
No,
but I appreciate it, though. I do. Thanks, man. I wait for your videos before anyone else. You got the best judgment, Ethan. I appreciate it, man. I really do.
All I did is I suck. I love it.
No, the thing about Mark's channel, Mark, you have your base too, but you have a lot of trolls. You got a lot of people that follow you that don't need to be following you. Like if I guarantee you, a third of your followers could be cut because they're spam. Think about it.
I guess.
Every time you do a live stream, you have to have moderators because of all the craziness that goes on in your channel. It's because you're big. You're big. But that's what happens. That comes with no, not your size.
I'm dropped 22 pounds.
Not your size, silly. I'm talking about the fact that you're like a
you got about 6 sons out there.
You're a YouTube, right? Buck Holmes and all that. You're a YouTube celebrity. That's what it is.
I don't see that myself. I really don't.
Bears Cowboys NFC Championship game. Let me tell you something. That would be awesome because it would be very old school. And it'd be the two teams that I grew up with. My family growing up, if you guys don't know, a little backstory. I grew up in Indiana, Michael Jackson's hometown to be exact.
Gary.
Yes. Very rough. That's why I'm living here. Rough. And but I will always show respect to my hometown. But my family growing up, the Colts were new back then in the 80s. They had just became a team. Half my family was Bears and half of it was Cowboys fans. So, I liked the Bears growing up, but I wouldn't say that I was a fan. I followed my favorite uncle, which was a Cowboy fan growing up, and I just went with him, and I just kind of have been rocking the star since then. Mark is authentic. There you go. Look at that.
I keep some real.
Hey, that's my hashtag.
I'm serious. I keep it real. I'll do a video anywhere.
So
except for the toilet, right?
just speaking of like Mark Holmes. So you guys see Mark Holmes, and he has his shirt design. So I'm working on some things. I just got my logo made. I should have had this because of my DJing as well. So basically, I'm gonna have like 2 different designs for T-shirts. I'm gonna have one for DJ E2 and one for my regular YouTube channel. I might do something where I might have a mixture. So when I get things set up with that, I'll let you guys know. I'll probably have a link set up where you guys can, if you guys want to purchase that. And when I'm doing things with Mark, I'll probably have some stuff with me. So if you guys want to, partake in the E2 love and the whole hashtag keeping it real thing, that's basically what I'm doing. So I appreciate the support, you guys, because I do this for you guys, and I love the camaraderie, and the draft was awesome, man, because going out there and talking to all the fans and seeing different people. Shout out to Mark Holmes for that. Like it was real. Like I loved it.
7 guys in an RV. Motherfucker got right.
Yeah, Zeke was out there eating with 2 hands. You saw that?
Yeah.
That is the first time he did that. Like playoff time, you got to step it up.
You got to get on these playoffs, man.
Mark loves the trolls.
I don't know about that. Some of them are okay, but other ones, man, like, God, too much.
E2 the GOAT. I appreciate it, man.
The emails, Jesus Christ.
I just want to know what Nick Clever's going to say.
Appreciate it, Raymond. You're awesome.
Where the heck his name was?
Mark ain't asleep. Mark ain't asleep. The DMV sleep. Mark ain't sleep.
Well, Nate Newton talk about Dak Prescott.
Yeah, Kyle, Law Nation is the GOAT. Like, I got to give it up to Law Nation. Law Nation is like, when I first started my YouTube, before I even started my YouTube channel, back when I was working pest control, before I even met Mark and Law, I used to watch both of their channels, and I used to see Law, but I never knew what he looked like. I was like, who's this deep voice guy talking? Like, I thought he was an old guy. But then when I saw his face, oh, he's like our age. Like, he's like in our age bracket. So like, but shout out to Law Nation. I don't know if you're on Law, but my homie, I'll hit you up in the chat later.
You are listening to
nothing but the best. Law Nation. NFC Championship game in Arlington. The E-Girls and the Cowboys would be great. Yes, I mean it'd be like a division game, like turned up to the max. But the problem with that, you guys have to in Dallas, but you guys have to remember too. Nick Foles plays better. For whatever reason, the Eagles turn up the volume with Nick Foles. You ever notice that?
But you talking about them then winning 6 games straight? 6
games straight. Like, Wentz better watch his back, bro, because he's gonna be in trouble.
Well, you got to worry about their ability this season.
And keep this in mind. He's still in his rookie contract.
Just because you
very well could deal him.
Just because you look like Chris Harry is not going to help you, bro.
Yeah, it's true.
You're not married to Meghan Markle. Pete is going to the store to pick up some more gum.
Now you got the young guy.
I think he's going to retire that. Oh.
Yeah, just not as fast as Foles. I think Foles is getting hurt tomorrow. I mean, he was already hurt. He bruised his ribs, but he had time to heal. They're going to play him though. I'm actually wondering how the Eagles are going to play that game because their only backup right now is Sutfield. They don't have anybody else.
I thought they went officially go IR. I thought they were holding on.
No, I think they held off because they wanted him to come back for the playoffs.
Right. Yeah, possibly too.
We'll see. If they fire Pete Carroll, Jerry Jones, and the Cowboys
was like that since he was young.
That's crazy. Bro, Mark and DMV sleep. Yeah, I'm probably gonna end the live stream because they going night. They can't hold up like me. So
dude, I was up at 3 a.m.
You were up.
I had a video.
Did you sleep at all last night?
I coached the third grade game in the morning.
You said 5 a.m., bro.
I woke up at 3 o'clock sick, man.
I was looking at the inside of my eyelids at that hour.
Yeah, so I got up and I read everything about that. I was like, damn, this is real. Because I'm looking at what Elway had said, what his mama had said. And I was like, damn.
That's all that.
I was like,
Elway don't hold no cut cards.
Like, might as well do some breaking news early this morning.
But Elway holds no cut cards. He just says whatever out his mouth.
Yeah, but he's not. I don't think he's a great GM.
I don't think so.
He's definitely not an evaluator.
But you would think that he would be because he was a great quarterback when he played.
Yeah.
That's an issue. That's what it is.
Will Jerry do enough to keep Chris Richard? I believe it.
I hope so.
I believe that they would do like they did with McClay, where they was like, look, you have this position this special position, and we're going to give you some more money for this special position. I don't know if you heard me when I said it before, but in my opinion, I think that if Rob Marinelli retires, just go ahead and put Chris Richard in that defensive coordinator spot, and then give him a little bit of extra money, a little cushion for him to want to stick around, and tell him, hey, these are your defensive guys. Do whatever you want to do with the Hot Boys.
I love this comment right here. Where are all the Dak haters now?
Mark should have sleep. Mark, DT says you should have taken a power nap.
Didn't have time, man. I had so much stuff to get ready and everything to get for the game.
Yeah, everybody's saying Cowboys versus Bears in the NFC Championship. The Bears. That would be awesome. The Bears got a young quarterback too as well. They're almost like they're kind of like us. They got a great defense. They got a young quarterback that's still developing, and you know.
I'll take Dak over Trubisky.
Oh yeah. I definitely would.
That damn Cohen is a beast.
Yeah. Where did he come from? Like, he's like the boy from Seattle.
That's the type of back that I want behind Zeke.
Mm-hmm.
Corey said Wayne Hugh is steaming beaming.
Oh, what is Wayne Hugh on there?
He was when I first started straight.
He's a Dak hater.
Yeah, he is. E2 Blue, you guys need to go home. Mark looks for the time. Yeah, I'm about to end it. I was just trying to answer all you guys' questions. I know you guys were still here. I appreciate all you guys coming to the live stream and everybody that super chatted. I appreciate it.
You know I locked the door. We can get.
Oh no, I'm not going to stream by myself. I did this so we can have the campfire.
Shit, I stream by myself all the time, man.
No, I do it at home. But the reason why I did it
friends.
here was because I had you guys.
Because I ain't got no friends.
Whatever.
My
We love
friends
Mark.
are only you guys online. And most of
Cowboys
y'all
and Bears. I'm very thankful for the. Yeah, we got to thank the Raiders for giving us Amari Cooper, Amari Christmas.
Idiots. So their pick just went back even further.
It did.
So if Chicago
Deep in the
wins,
20s. Deep in the 20s.
it's damn near. It's a second round pick right there.
Yep.
Yeah, both of them. So basically, you're going to get your first round pick, and you're going to have potentially three damn second round picks. That's crazy. Raiders are just dumb. Yeah. I agree, Jason.
Another one is
Andrew Luck is a threat. I said that earlier. The Colts are going to be dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
They're out here wreaking havoc right now. What y'all think?
And line is certainly playing like it.
Yeah. But thanks again, guys. I appreciate all you guys coming into the chat tonight, hanging out with your boy E2, Mark Holmes, and DMV. You guys got any last thing to say?
How about them Cowboys?
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah!
Yeah, let's get it in. Much love to E2, Mark, and DMV bringing this Cowboys fan together, especially after the huge win. Yeah, thank you, Stevie Mack. Always appreciate your support, bro. He's dead, so we're gonna roll out. Hey, E2, do you think Lance Lenore will play next week? It depends on what they do, but they would have to bring him up from the practice squad, so they would have to make a move to do that. Right. Well, actually, no, because Hurns is done, so he just take Hurns' spot. Yeah. Yeah.
What y'all doing?
Mark is sleepy drunk. Hey. How about the Cowboys? All right, y'all. I will holler at you guys mañana. Oh, I guess it's already tomorrow, so later today.
Yeah, I'll be doing those to the.
I appreciate you guys. I'll holler at y'all later. So for E2 Blue, Mark Holmes, and DMV, signing off. We're out, y'all.